Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for We Are Your Friends, and yeah. This movie stars Zac Efron, Wes Bentley, Emily, I'm going to butcher this right now, Emily Ratajkowski, I hope I got that right, John Bernthal, Alex Schaefer, Shiloh Fernandez, Johnny Weston, Alicia Coppola, um, and yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10-second spoiler warning is done, over. For those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that never gave you a fair warning because as usual, I did. 10 seconds, so yeah, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So yeah, best way to describe this movie. So if you had the Entourage movie that came out this year, or the TV series, it doesn't really matter. So if you have the Entourage movie, moved it to the Hollywood Hills or the Valley or whatever, and instead of them trying to produce a movie, them trying to produce EDM music, okay, EDM dubstep music. That's basically the best way to describe We Are Your Friends. Entourage with dubstep in the Valley for college students, kind of. Okay, I'm not even joking. It's basically you have Zac Efron, him and his douchebag friends are trying to make Zac Efron's a DJ. They're trying to get him a record deal for EDM music. So yeah, and his friends are douchebags. He meets Wes Bentley, who's like a music producer, or he's another EDM artist or whatever. So they kind of hook up or whatever. They make partners. You know what I mean. They make partners to produce music together. There's some kind of love triangle because you have Emily Ratajkowski. She's Wes Bentley's girlfriend in the movie, but she kind of likes Zac Efron in the movie, and yeah, and then you have John Bernthal here, Shane from The Walking Dead here, for whatever fucking reason. Why the fuck was John Bernthal in this movie? I like John Bernthal as an actor. Like, the stuff he has done since The Walking Dead is pretty good for the most part. Fury, Wolf of Wall Street, great movies. We Are Your Friends. He gave probably the best performance in this movie. Doesn't save the movie for shit. Okay, I'll start off with the good. There's a few good things. John Bernthal gave a pretty good performance. Zac Efron gave a pretty good performance, which I was surprised with. Wes Bentley, he gave a pretty good performance. And Emily Ratajkowski, she also gave a pretty good performance. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, the EDM, I'm not a huge fan of EDM. I really don't care for EDM. I mean, there are some EDM tracks I like. I have maybe one song from Skrillex on my playlist, and then there's some variations of EDM or dubstep I like, mostly when they mix it with dubstep and rock. Korn has done that lately. In This Moment has done that lately. So I like it when it's kind of mixed with the rock. I don't like EDM that much, to be honest. It's just kind of like sounds or whatever. So I mean, if you like that type of music, good for you. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But yeah, I mean but the type of EDM they use here, it was house. I guess that's how you say a house EDM or whatever. So it was tolerable. So yeah, and then you have Zac Efron and his douchebag friends. Like, everybody here, okay, I'm not gonna lie, everybody here gave an okay performance at the very least. Everybody here gave an okay performance. The standouts being John Bernthal, Zac Efron, Wes Bentley, and Emily Ratajkowski. Those four are the standouts. But everybody, for the most part, gave an okay performance. It's just the problem with this film is that first off, you don't give a shit about the characters. That's the first problem. You just don't give a shit about the characters. Second problem is the storytelling aspect, and the writing is just the problem with this movie. Like, you don't really give a shit about the characters. You really don't care for the love triangle. It just seems kind of forced, and it's kind of stupid. So yeah, that happens. And what else? The friends are douchebags, and yeah, I mean, and they really don't, like, I'm not one of those people who says, oh, don't hang out with that person because he's a bad influence on you. I'm one of those people who's more like, if you want to hang out with that person, go ahead. I don't really give a shit. But it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the situation. If you want to hang out with those people, I don't really give a shit. That's your problem. But they are douchebag borderline rapists half the time. Especially the one bald guy. He's always trying to get head or tail or whatever. So it was just really fucking weird. The writing is fucking terrible. I'll say that much. You don't give a shit about the characters. The EDM, there's some EDM. The type of EDM they use in this film is okay. It's tolerable. John Bernthal gave an okay performance, but I don't really know as to why John Bernthal was in this movie to begin with. Mostly because his storyline is kind of a really separate storyline. Is because eventually these four teenagers, Zac Efron and his three douchebag friends, they decide to go get a job to save up more money for this music festival that they're gonna eventually go to, which they never go to begin with, or at least the three friends don't. Just Zac Efron. I mean, one of the friends died halfway through the film because of a drug overdose, and I'm kind of like, really, do you guys not think one of you was gonna die, or I don't know if it's alcohol poisoning or something. One of them dies, and the one friend who died was probably the most likable out of his douchebag friends, because at least he had some kind of sense of morality. So yeah, Squirrel, that was his name. So sure, and yeah, I mean he was an okay character, but even when he died, I'm like, I just kind of laughed, to be honest, when he died. So yeah, it's not really a good film. I'll say this. I compared this to Entourage at the beginning of this video. I'll say this. It's better than Entourage, okay? Because I did not give a shit about Entourage. It's probably one of the worst films of this year, sure. But it's better than Entourage, okay? And yeah. Also, another problem I have with this film is that some of the scenes just kind of felt like they were cut, or like the editing was really bad. And I never talk about editing, or anything like that. But it just felt like there were scenes that were missing, in parts of this film. It felt like there were scenes that were kind of missing, because you would have a person talking or whatever, and immediately it would cut to another scene. Like someone would be talking, like, right now, and then, bah, it would stop immediately. So and it had some really weird like jump cuts or whatever. Like someone would be someone would be talking or running. They would just stop immediately. It was just really fucking weird. Yeah, the editing was pretty weird, pretty bad. Which is weird because I never talk about editing. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'll give this movie a 4 out of 10. It's pretty bad. It has some okay performances from the cast, but aside from that, if you like EDM and if you like Entourage, watch this film. Go ahead. Not really for me. So yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.